It's Week 15 of the National Football League. And up next is this team's Rocket Arm quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. We're just moments away from the action, and it comes your way next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a first-round pick back in April's draft.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a first down. Back to throw again. That's complete right around the 8. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
They'll look to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him, when he's driving home, to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do.
Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
I don't know if he was just working through progressions or just unaware of the pressure, but no matter. Excellent work by the defense to get him to the ground before he could escape the pocket.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a give, right side, foot, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the sideline and incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He finds his man, complete. That's Weaver. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll run run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle.
Hamlin, and his defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. When you look at this defense,
they find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the number 1.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They'll drop to throw.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Weaver. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's putting together a remarkable season, currently the NFL's leader in passing yards as we play here in the month of December. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach Can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's second down. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd down and 4.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Harvey. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And tackled down after a gain of 3, leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
3rd down and 1. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And as we near the conclusion of the regular season, nobody has surpassed the amount of receptions that he has put up to this point. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Here's 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And he comes back with one complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And his guys have taken the lead.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7.
Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Really treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
2nd and 15. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And on now is the punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll try the left side.
Hamlet, boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field, and they have had their problems moving the ball through the air. As we take you through some of the action from earlier, this secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And it's intercepted. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10.
They'll run on first down.
Hamlet,
and they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground.
Hamlet, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
They're going to look to throw.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
A gain of 32 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Harvey. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. But good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And you're starting to sense the momentum possibly changing just a little here. You get the touchdown your previous drive, then you force a punt, and now this is a good positive play here to start this drive. And you can just sense the tide starting to turn here in a one-score game.
So just 3 yards on the completion there.
And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Weaver. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
The tight end in motion right. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's Weaver. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw again. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wildcard teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up second down. On play action, they'll throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this one is right through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. Here it's 3rd and 3. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a pickup of 6. Back to throw now on 1st down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 78 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
At the 34-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Over the middle, it's complete.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now they go screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here's 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Now a first throw here in overtime. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, they only need about a half a foot. It's overtime, but they're back in their own territory.
And you know those decision makers that are battling inside the head coach's mind right now? One saying, hey, offense is pretty good. Other one saying, no, rely on your defense. That's what you've got to decide in this situation. Where do you have the confidence? That determines what you're going to do.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Weaver. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Hard throw, incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And they'll send out their punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2.
Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is thrown at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
Up the middle they go. Hamlet. And some room to roam now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Give him 30 yards there.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, they sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
So it's all going to ride here on the left foot of their kicker. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for our visitors, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop